Hello everybody and welcome back to my time at Portia, where it is a Saturday today, and a good way to spend a Saturday is rearranging everything in the workshop. So this is what I'm going to do. So we're going to head over to A&G's. I don't need a horse to head over to A&G's. I can just run with my legs. Not something I do in real life very often. Okay, so I need to wait for Albert to open the shop up and then we'll get in there and we'll have a good little rearrange. I've got a bit of an idea. Oh, everyone wants to go on a date with me. It's so cute. Basically, I have someone wanting to come out on a date with me almost every day. It's quite endearing, really, because there's so many people that are friends with me. I've worked hard for that, though. I was trying to make friends when you could only get like 1 point because no one knew what any of the good things were to give to people. Okay, so my idea at the moment, okay, is to move the assembly station. Right, let's move the assembly station over here for now. Now, it's not going to be where it's going to live. Don't fret. I'm not going to leave it like that. That sucks. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the factory over here. I'm going to turn it around. So the factory is going to sit in this little position here, which I think is going to look really nice. Well, I could fit it in almost in line with the house as well, actually. So what I kind of want to do to start with, I mean, I'll fiddle around with its positioning and everything. But what I want to do to start with is get my vacuum cleaner out. I want to leave it where it is for now. And I want to get all of this kind of wooden flooring. But what I could do is move it as far over this way as I can. So I can get as much wooden flooring up as possible. And then I can move it across to that side and get some more up. And I'm going to have to think about what to do with all these planters as well, because there's way too many. Like, who needs that many? No one. So I may keep the ones along the front and get rid of the ones in the middle and put marble fencing around or something like that instead. I'm not sure yet. Gonna just start by working on the factory, and usually things come to me as I go along, so... I definitely think that my yard is at the point where it's big enough to want to section it all off. So when it's small, you don't really need to do that. But the bigger it gets, the more it needs sectioning. Okay, got my vacuum cleaner out. Not going to go on any dates with anyone, sorry. I'm too busy at the moment and I would forget. I know this to be true. I'm going to move all this out the way. All the way up to about here. Loving the vacuum cleaner, by the way. Being able to take up 6 tiles in 1 click is amazing. Okay. So that's the area all nice and sorted. So I'm just going to take away as many of these wooden floorings as I can along here so that I can lay them down in that area that I want. So any wooden floorings anywhere really that I can put somewhere, I will. I'm going to need to move their stable at some point as well. Because this isn't where you belong. You belong free roaming on grass or hay. So I've got 48 of these little tiles here. I've got 60 of these little tiles here. So that's always good. Good to know what I've got. And I wanted to go all the way up to about here with them. Or in fact, why aren't they laying down? There we are, that's better. So this is going to be an area for my factory that I'm making now. And I'll decide on fencing and all that sort of thing later. But for now, we're good. Going to see if I can get this all done and moved by the end of the day, because that would be really nice if I could. $25 left. I might be able to do it without taking any more of these up. I'm not sure though. It takes so many hours to put down these floorings. It's kind of insane. 16 of them. Should be able to do at least one more row, so at least half. Probably like half of the next row as well. Then I'll have to go somewhere else and grab some more of these wooden things. Just work one section at a time. Okay, where else have we got some? We've got some under the stable there. And that's about it, actually. I'm sure I've taken up more of these, though. Let me just check in my box in case I've somehow put them away. So I'll have a look at my wood box. Nope. My miscellaneous and miscellaneous items boxes as well. Just make sure there's no floorings in there that shouldn't be. No. Anything in mechanical parts that shouldn't be. 320. Conductive wooden flooring. Surprise, surprise. I knew I had more than that. I knew I had made more than that. I can say if I'm quick, I'll get the factory moved. I can think about the rest of the design. If I'm not, then I'm plumb out of luck until tomorrow. That's all of that done. I'm going to pull it forward a bit just in case we do need a little bit more leeway. There we are. Right, that should be enough for the factory to sit on, I think. And like I say, one bit at a time, just working from kind of left to right. Actually, a horse would be really good right now because time is of the essence. Whisper, you would be the best, I think. Get in there and move the factory around. Like I say, I wish there were other looks for the factory. I would enjoy like changing that up, even if it did cost money to do. I like changing the appearance of everything, really. It's just a fun thing to do in the game, isn't it, really? Right. That's just big enough for the factory there. I'll probably put it about there, so... be about even. Yeah, that sits nicely. It does, I think, need just... I don't want it any further back, I don't think. Around that way. So I do think it might need one more row of the wooden... It could even come forward, actually, if I need it to. We'll see, but it needs at least one more row of wooden flooring, but that's fine. So the next question is, what are we going to put here? Because I'm kind of thinking possibly the... Let's have a look at it though. Assembly station. That's the only thing that I'm really kind of not 100% sure where I want it. I'm kind of thinking maybe here. So where the factory used to be. And maybe keep that whole lot in... And people are saying to me, oh, you don't need to have the whole thing done in wooden boards and blah, blah, blah and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, you put something down. I'm not gonna move that. I'll keep that in its place at the moment. You put something down and then like you move it very slightly and suddenly you've got bits of grass poking through and things. So at this point, I feel I have enough of these tiles that I can just do that. I can just mess around with them. So, you know, I kind of feel like it's fine. Might still move the factory. Might still put 1 or 2 more of these wooden boards along and like surround the factory with marble fences or something like that. I might even replace all this stuff around here with marble fences. I'm not 100% sure where I would put the street lamps because at the moment I'm putting them in kind of gaps. It would be lovely to have fence top lighting. That would be so, so nice. Right, we need to move this work table if we don't do a single other thing today because it's driving me potty. So, work table. For now, why don't you just go up against the house there? That's like a reasonable place to have a work table. Maybe not the final place, maybe not the most useful place, but it's a place. I mean, I may end up with a stable on the other side of the house. It is a thing that will fit nicely there, so we'll see. Also, what is going on with the house there? Oh dear. Oh dear, we need to do a little bit of messing around with this, don't we? Because the tiling isn't right around the house. Just realised that. That's probably going to put me behind by a day. At least. So the factory's going to need to move again. Ugh. Work table, I didn't have you selected. I did, but I'm getting stressed. Factory. I'm so stressed about the layout of my house. Grr. First world problems. So let's actually move the house across a little bit and get the right. Because we can move it. Get that filled in with marble tiles so that when I move it back, I can mess around with it. I mean, there is still grass under there. I wonder if that's why a tree grew through my house though. Nah, the trees grow through all the tiles anyway. Who am I kidding? Okay, so let's get back and put these tiles down. So we've done that little one. That we know the factory fits there. That's great. That's really good. And I know that actually what I could do as well is I can still put back down. I probably could do it from there actually. Put down the tiles that I want for the workstation because now I've had a good look at it. I think I know what I want to do there. Okay, let's go. It doesn't look like I'm making much progress, but it'll all fall into place at the end, I promise. Really, honestly. I'm certain this is going to happen. Okay, so we want to put marble tiles. Me and my escape key again, I don't know. All over here. So that they'll sit under the porch of the house. Okay. Then I want to put, and I'm probably, by the time I've done this, going to be too late to move things, but it's fine. I'd rather just get it all done. So I want to put wooden planks all along here. all the way up to here. And again, they might need to be slightly tweaked at the end. Sometimes it's hard to know exactly what shapes things are going to be and how things are going to fit. I'm fairly happy with where the factory is going though. Okay, and a wooden one there. That probably should have been an irrigation tile. That might even get moved though, so we'll see. I shouldn't need anything else in that space though, so I can always come back to that one later. Ah, it's not letting me. Under the factory, so that's something I'll need to do in another time, in another day. Yeah, that whole like song, Pave Paradise, when you put up a parking lot. I'm paving my paradise over here. Right, so that definitely needs to shift out of the way before I can replace the tiles, which is a bit of a shame. I might have more luck because the assembly table is smaller. I might have a little bit more luck with the assembly table itself. Once that's down, I might have room to wiggle it about and pop those tiles down. I definitely think that we don't want this going all the way up to the... Oh, well, yeah, the house is going to move anyway, so that's fine. Oh, man. It's tedious sometimes, isn't it? It's like... Sorry, not tedious. Fiddly, I think is more the word. I don't find it tedious. I find it quite relaxing, but sometimes just getting these little boards in exactly the right place can be fiddly. There we are. Don't know why that worked from one direction and not the other. Yeah, that's my whole little area there. And yet again, it's too late to really go and see anybody now or do anything, which is what always happens with this. Because I have to move all the things while A&G's is open, so it's a bit of a time restriction there. I'm overall pretty happy with it. I'm going to pet all my animals. In fact, here's a nice place to pet them. And I think then I'll just see if there's any gifts I can give out maybe, but I'm more one for giving out gifts on birthdays and things. Well, I could check if there's any birthdays coming up. Oh, it's Maya Gale's birthday today. Oh, I think I probably missed that one then. That's a shame. Why does his birthday have to be after the day of the bright sun? Like, literally, I gave out so many presents yesterday, it's not even funny. Let's have a look on the map and see if I can find him. If he's like, if he looks like he's in his house. Oh, actually, he looks like he might be around the town hall area rather than at his house. So I might be able to catch him. Come on, Whisper. Let's see if we can catch May Gale on his birthday. Give him a tea table. Where is he? I saw him around here somewhere. Please don't tell me he just went in his house. No, he still appears to be down at the town hall, which is weird. I would have thought he'd have gone home by now. Is he by me? Is he right by me? Yeah. Still working. But that's not open till 6. So unless I'm willing to literally stand here and wait for him to come out, which I'm probably not, to be quite honest with you. And I'm not likely to find him because he's indoors and inaccessible. I should have gone to find him earlier in the day. But yeah, this is such a mess. I hate rearranging my yard. I love having it in a nice state and I hate rearranging it. I'm going to go to bed now. Now I know I've missed Mayor Gale's birthday. And yeah, I am going to bed sometimes before 3 a.m. Sometimes you guys go to bed before 3 a.m. too. I mean, I could be finding more soldiers. I could be doing more things for the museum. Well, I can't actually. No, the only things for the museum now require Django tokens. So we might have to do some Django token getting as well. But that may rely on a bit of luck or a bit of nice sharp shooting. But I think I'm going to go to sleep and see what happens in the morning. Because I want to see if anything happens with the story. Quite frankly. It said a couple of days. This is a couple of days, right? No! So unless you've got some messages or something, it's probably going to be the Monday then. So Sunday will be another day of rearranging everything. So this is a big rearranging episode. Do you know what? Just so that we can do something that got introduced with the patch, I'm going to take Jessica. I didn't do much petting of my animals yesterday, didn't I? Did I? I meant to do that, but... if you've seen me pet them once, you've seen me pet them 100 times. Everyone's going to church, but the science place will still be open. And that is one thing, one of the very few things that's left from the patch that I haven't shown you, except for the martial arts tournament that we obviously have to wait for. That'll be in like the summer or something. Let me see when that'll be. Yeah, so we've got like a season to go. We've got like probably about 5 or 6 episodes before that's going to happen. Papa Bear's birthday! Give him an aroma apple! Open research center, open, 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 because I want to see your store. If they sell power stones, I'll be really upset. Maybe they'll sell an awesome lab coat or something. That would be fun. I love clothes in this game. You may have noticed. Oh, Ursula, you're in there. She's going there like every day as well. She's so suspicious. Okay. So someone said there's now a store in here, which is quite right, there is. A research center exchange. You can exchange. Oh, right. So you can get data discs for research notes in here and not have to like talk to Petra 400 million times. You can buy advanced engines for data disks and you can also buy silicon chipsets for data disks. There we go. That's a new thing that you didn't know that we now know. Now we know. I'm going to go to Django's and try and get a few Django tokens. I don't know if my Django tokens are still in my misc chest or what, but there's a couple of books that need to go in the museum. They're the last, literally the last 3 items that I think I need for the museum, unless new relics have been added. But it didn't say anything in the patch notes about any relics being added, so I don't think there have been. Or anything about the museum being altered in its structure or anything like that. So I don't think they have done anything to the museum this patch anyway. Django, I feel like I'm failing you as a friend. I'm going to at least chat to you. I'm listening to sorry, I'm used to listening to everyone's woes and trying to help. But there's not a lot of them that would listen to me like you do. Thank you for that. You're like trying to make me feel really bad, aren't you? So let's have a look at the books I need. So it is Cooking Master, Busy Farm, and Journey from the East, or in the other order. So 160 Django tokens, and I can buy Cooking Master. 200 for Journey from the East, and 240 for Busy Farm. I can also buy the design sample thing with Django tokens, but why you would do that instead of just digging them up, I don't know. I wish I could sell it back for 200 Django tokens and buy another one of the books with it, but that's not the way it works. Seafood noodles, Spaghetti, meatball and vegetable soup. So a few things that you can give as presents. Teapots, a few little relics and things you can get. Apology bear. I hope I never need that. Butterfly hairpin, golden toad. A tea pet. Something tea lovers use to pour tea on. I'm gonna have to look up a tea pet. That's no doubt a thing in Japan or something. Okay. Need to get my oh man, I suck at this. Sometimes I do really well at getting the timing right, and sometimes I'm just like, nah. Not happening today, Sheila. Oh, I was doing really badly. I normally do double that. I normally really do better than that. So maybe I'm just having a bad day for that kind of thing. So I'm going to play slots because, like, maybe I'll be lucky today. Right? Maybe I'll be lucky today. I'd not get all poops. Ooh. 40. Nice. If I could get 3 swords on this, that would be amazing. I'll take 40. Yeah. That was good. Cake. It's making up for the bad luck I've had before. Yeah, 150. So that's like another book's worth. Fabulous. I normally have no luck on this whatsoever. Maybe they've helped the odds a little bit. Because I was doing terribly on it before. So 2 cakes and a juice. So that's no go for me. Don't mind spending the goals on it though. Ah, it's a poop already. Poop is nothing. Any poops is nothing. Juices. Juices. Oh, yay. I have a good luck on the slot machine today. So why not try and finish off the museum while I'm waiting? Well, that was a bust. I remember when I was a kid and my parents used to take me to the pub. And you know, you had those kind of like fruit machines that have all the glowing lights on them. I was absolutely mesmerised by those. I'd spend ages just staring at those. Probably explains a lot, doesn't it? And I'm very prone to like trance-like states anyway. Otherwise known as daydreaming. 20 more! Yay! Let's see how many... I feel like I'm gonna lose my lucky streak if I come away from this now. So we'll just do one more, well, one more win, I would say, if we can. Aww. This is where we're here for the whole rest of the episode. Don't get one more win for the whole rest of the episode. Stop giving me poops. I said stop. Because at this point, 50 goals is pretty insignificant to me. So I just keep going until I get what I need. So we now have 500 Django tokens, which is enough to get 1 copy of Busy Farm, 1 copy of Journey from the East, and then I would need another 100 tokens to pick up Cooking Master. So let's see if we can do that on the slots. If not, I could probably get 100 by doing other games as well. Trying to do it as quickly as I can. I don't think when you press it really matters. Oh, that was the 150 cake one. Yes. So that is enough for my 3rd book. Well, that was a little bit less horrendous than I thought it was going to be. So we could go and pop those in the museum now. Yeah. I could do a bit more digging for knights as well. I've taken up a lot of my like relic making machinery and things like that lately though, so I need to put those all back down. I need to rearrange my yard to do it. So really, that's why that's kind of why I'm going to bed early sometimes as well, is I just hate having the yard in a state. But I know it was needed to get that house sorted out, so it's kind of like, okay. Right, so these are the spaces where my books go. So I need to quickly bring them up. Not that one, not that one. This one, this one, and this one. So that's all these shelves completely filled now. All of this is completely filled. All of this is completely filled. There are still 2 spaces there, even though there are physically not the 2 relics to put there, as far as I'm aware anyway. I've checked the wiki, no one's found any of those relics that would go in those spaces. So I don't know what they would be, if anything. They might just be spare spaces that the devs maybe intend to fill later on. And then up here, we still have another 3 slots for sort of medium relics and 1 slot for a large relic. So I think at some point in a future patch, they're intending to put 2 more small relics and maybe 3 more medium and 1 more large. So there might be a little bit of a relic update at some point. Although at the moment, all I'm doing is trying to find as many soldier relics as I can, put them dotted around my house everywhere, and try and get it up to the maximum amount of extra attack I can get. But like I said, I need to get my relic machine back so I can see where I am with all the relics. And to do that, I need to rearrange my house. So that will be the next stop. Quite happy that I did the last bits of the museum though. That was nice. Been meaning to do that for ages, so. Okay, let's arrange some stuff. So the first thing I need to do is to get the house and move it back to its original position. Which was somewhere around there, I think. No, maybe even further along actually, because that bit's still sticking out where the factory needs to go. So it's probably about there. Yeah. Then the factory can go in its little slot over here. And it's kind of amazing that all of my machines just fit in there. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, that sits nicely. I like that a lot. That does sit very nicely next to the house. And then the next thing I wanted to do is to put the assembly table over here. And what I was hoping was that I could put it far enough back that I could still put... Oh, that's not going to happen, is it? Alright then, so what I need to do is to put that back over in its little corner over here. I need to replace those little pieces of wood before I move it. So that's my next job for the day then, is to pop those little bits of wood in and come back here if I have time. It shouldn't be undoable. Come on, Jessica, race against time. Let's get this conductive wooden flooring down. You'd think a llama that does so much jumping would know how to jump. Okay, the floor is prepared. Run back. If it only takes me one episode to do all, well, at least most of this, I'll be quite pleased with myself, honestly. Although I suppose it's already kind of taken two, because I had one where I prepared the house to be moved. But we did other things in that episode, whereas this one, not many things have happened along the storyline, so I haven't had much sort of need to do any of that. Move the assembly station to the front. I might even still move the house. You never know. I might even move the house towards the edge of the plot rather than the start of it. Right, I think I then want to move the stable kind of next door. I think the stable is the one thing that would probably fit in that space quite well. I may put wooden flooring underneath it and things like that still. Not really sure right now. My little chickadees need to be moved somewhere though. Coop. It's not selecting things properly. It could go in behind stable there, and we could keep the cows at the front. The cows won't fit, 100% will not fit, so they need to stay where they are, I think, at the moment. But they could possibly move across a little bit, like more this way. Which does mean I've effectively lost my whole, like, nice little courtyard area. Which really does suck. But I think that might be the best I can do for now. I could have the planters, like, down here and down here. Like around the cowshed, but not really so many other places. Might be quite nice. But I'm also still not certain about this assembly table. It's like it doesn't really have a proper home now. Is that just my imagination, or does it just feel like it doesn't have a proper home? Will it turn? Ah, not that workbench. Assembly station. Will the assembly station turn, and if it does, what kind of space does it take up? So I could completely get rid of the idea of having a path and have it that way around. And I would probably still have a place for a nice kind of fountain area. So that's something I could consider in the future. But for now, I'm reasonably happy with where everything is. I might move the stable back like one. Still a few things I might move. I could even turn the stable around. So it would be like that. And then I'd go in. I could see all my horses and stuff really easily. The chickens do look a little bit lost there. They could be moved, like... The chickens, sorry. Keep moving all the wrong stuff. I'm really sorry about that. So I could move the chickens over somewhere like here. However, it does look to me like they're never going to quite fit in that space, right? So they probably would be better off just like hiding back there. Okay, I'm still not 100% about this layout, but it's the best for now. I think, honestly, moving a lot of planters around is going to be the answer to a lot of my woes. I mean, I'd love to be able to upgrade the coop and the barn to like a more marble look, because that's what I've got with everything else. And I feel like they don't go anymore, like the rickety fences and stuff, which is why I kind of had them hidden out of the way before. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking that, like, with the planters and stuff, I could move them to make a bit more of an interesting looking pathway into the house. And I could then see, like, once I actually put you, go home. Yeah, once I actually get it all properly sorted out, I'll be able to see a bit more whether things really, really fit or not, whether I can make them look nice or whether they just don't fit where they are. I need some reimagining though. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to leave that there. It's fine. What have we got left? Okay, so this is my area here. Okay, one thing I would definitely say is that the irrigation system needs to be moved. Maybe somewhere like here in the corner. And again, it was nicely tucked away before. It's not very nicely tucked away now. Could have it running. I could have it at the back and running through all the trees. So I could have it next to the chicken coop. Up here. Where no one can really see it. Just like that. And then it's at the back. No one can really see it. It's just sorting everything out in its own quiet little way. I could move a few planters then. Or how about we just have, yeah, how about we just completely don't worry about planters and just start having marble everywhere. Marble pillars and things. A novel thought, isn't it? So this was all wood before. I'm just going to put it in marble for now. I may change things later, but for now we're going to just keep it like this. Keep it fairly simple. Get most of this stuff paved. And split it all up properly. So I'm actually kind of more thinking along the lines of actually putting marble. Oh, hang on, let's get into the marble fencing rather than anything else. We've got some corners, we've got some fences. We can play around with all of these quite happily. So I could put like a fence post right by here. Another fence post right by here. To take that away. I think that would be about right. And then put a corner piece down here. So that needs to be taken away. Honestly, probably all of them do. I feel really sorry for the person that's just asked me for I don't know what they wanted it for, but they asked me for a load of pictures of like my recent setup. And I was like, yeah, sure, here you go. And now I'm changing it all, so I'm hoping that they didn't need it to stay the same. I hate that R puts it back. R for return instead of R for rotate. So use T for turn. T for turn. I'm going to basically put fencing along here. Fencing is fiddly to do. I might put like a gap in there so I can kind of go down the path here, but I'm kind of thinking at the moment anyway. Maybe I could actually start it a little bit further along so that we've got a pathway going down here, and that, yeah, I could do that. It's fine for now though. It's fine for now. It's like really designated areas to do the things I need to do. Yeah, it will change the irrigation flooring out for marble flooring and stuff like that. Just getting a general idea, general sense of what's going on here. Okay, so I want a corner piece there probably. I pressed R again. So inventory. Like I've said before, too many games that I play, and I sometimes get things confused. Now, do I want that there or do I want it on one along? I think I want one more piece like this, and then I want the corner piece. Like here. So I think that's what I want. It doesn't mean it is. So to ignore the gap in the fence there. Yeah, this is slightly better, I think, on the slight inside of the path there. have the planters along the front. Probably want marble things in front of the actual gate here. I'm kind of making the cow's gate into a marble gate-ish. Probably want a bit of marble flooring underneath them in that case. Okay, that'll have to do. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. I'm always trying to do things with this that'll never work, and they inevitably never work. Okay, T for turn, G-Lab, T for turn. Sometimes you just gotta do the best you can do. Yeah, this is going to be so fiddly. Okay, so that's like a way into my chicken coop. I don't think that's too bad. And what I would probably do now, like, to mask the fact that that's completely uneven, I'll just do this. Same over here. I could maybe put a nice statue or something down, you know? But I think it only wants grass underneath these farm tiles. Oh, and that's me. And that's the end of the episode. It's been a very long episode of mucking around, honestly, with the yard. But I kind of think it's worth it. I kind of think it's starting to shape up. I'm starting to get the finishing touches, the marble fences and things like that in. We'll muck around with it some more and try and make it look as good as I can make it. Try and segregate it all out. But I'll probably have some more story mission to do next time. This time has been all about the yard. So it's been a bit of a interesting one. I'm finishing off the museum as well. So next time, as I say, probably be some more story stuff to do. We'll probably do a bit more social stuff and a little bit more finding the soldiers. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe and I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.